I think a large number of PMP aspirants out there tend to overthink this decision, whether they should take up the exam from the exam center or from home. And they tend to think that it is a matter of passing or failing the exam based on where you take up the exam from. But there is a lot of people out there who also tend to underthink this, right? They think that it doesn't even matter where you take up the exam from. I would say the right answer would be somewhere in between. Personally, I think it does have an impact whether you take up the exam from home or from the exam center. Some people need to have that comfort zone of home to take up the exam, and some people need to show up at the exam center to take up the exam. They don't want all that headache of making sure the internet is working and all the infra is in place and all that, right? So I would say it does have an impact where you take up the exam from, and based on your choice you can take a call whether you want to take it from home or from the exam center. There are pros and cons of both, but if you were to ask me, my suggestion, my advice, based on all the people that I have spoken to over the years, my suggestion would be to take up the exam from the exam center. And if you ask me personally, if I were to write a PMI exam, 100% I will go to the exam center and take up the exam from the exam center. The biggest reason for that is the fact that when I am reading something, if I am reading thinking in bets, my lips will be moving. I will be whispering, right? So whenever I am reading a question in the exam on my computer screen, I am going to whisper the words written in that question. And that is something not allowed in the exam. The proctor is going to tell you not to whisper. And that is something that happens with a lot of other aspirants, exam takers as well, right? So that is a feedback that I have, and that is the biggest reason I will never take any PMI certification exam from home. I will always show up at the exam center. So if this is something that's applicable to you, go to the exam center and take up the exam from the exam center.